Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Esper Ninjas featuring Splinter Radical Rat, who doubles up all the triggered abilities of your ninjas. Whether those are triggers that happen when you deal combat damage, or maybe when they enter the battlefield, or maybe when other things enter the battlefield, or perhaps when they deal combat damage, when other things are going to be like entering and leaving, things are dying. You have so many different abilities to trigger, even some things that are on attack. And with Splinter, you're going to be doubling up all of those, which gives you twice the ninja power. Like most ninjutsu decks, you're going to be playing a combination of cheap evasive creatures, some of which are ninjas, some of which are not, that have these on attack abilities, on enter the battlefield abilities, or are just purely unblockable. We have some cheap interaction, especially 1 and 2 cost interaction to protect our ninjas and take out our opponent's blockers and other threats. And then we have ninjas. So many ninjas that are going to be hitting our opponents and, well, bringing out creatures from their graveyard, stealing creatures from their deck, making them discard, bouncing their cards, drawing cards from their deck, reanimating things, exiling things. The number of sweet new ninjas we have is so high. We even have ninjas that have our opponent's life total, like Dark Leo and Shredder, who also make additional ninjas. This deck has so many fun new cards to get to play with. And with Splinter at the helm, you get 3 colors of ninjas. It's a lot like playing Yuriko, but you feel less bad because the commander isn't broken, busted in half. You actually get to play around ninjas as an archetype. So let's take ninjas into the queue and sneak our way into victory. Loot, the key to everything. We'll be putting cards into exile based on the number of different types of permanents they control, other than lands. So if you have, say, an artifact creature, that's 2 cards. Maybe an enchantment, add 1 in. Planeswalkers, battles, tribal? Or I guess it's called kindred now. If it's a type, it counts. If you play something little, I'm gonna push it. This hand, kind of silly, but I like that I get the double bounce. Ooh, Brood Astronomer. They get to sacrifice a land here and get 1 of 3 different planets. It doesn't show them all 5. Come here. Come here, I gotta push the bug. I pushed the bug. Ooh, Spyglass Siren. And I could use Spyglass Siren's map on itself, but I think it's better to just save this and be like, yeah, I got ninjutsu. Is it time for loot? Time for a talisman. There's nothing for me to bounce. That's alright. No creatures, no problem. I'll play Splinter. Still nothing for me to bounce. This Moonspare Specialist is like, my special sauce is not useful. That's fine. They're pondering. Go for Buffin Splinter. Satoru's nice, sure. Is Dark Leo and Shredder in this deck? Yes, they're actually one of the best, I would say best combo cards to play with Splinter. Like, they combine really nicely because you double up the abilities. You make extra ninjas and you can cause double the life loss. Or I guess 1.5 times the life loss. Green Sun Zenith. How about we not tutor for things, actually? I don't know what you're looking for, but I just don't want to deal with it. Exploration. Sure. Don't worry, guys. They'll play their commander eventually. Maybe. Debatably. They don't have to if they don't want to. Fun tidbit about Moonspare Specialist. She can target herself. If I have extra mana and I just want card draw, I can, like, have this come down. Yeah, that's fine. I can have this come down and, like, bounce itself and an opponent's creature. Mm-hmm. What's that for? More ramp. Okay. Oh, Swords to Plowshares. I was going to do funky bounce things. But swordsing the Uro, I think, is always going to be a good plan. So I'm going to lead with that. Hi. Okay, attack with everyone. Ninjutsu the Spyglass Siren back into my hands. We get double triggers. I guess I could have, because this ninjutsu waited until damage happened. But I wanted to get more card advantage off that. Do I feel like holding the tail's end or playing the Spyglass Siren? I feel like holding the tail's end. Sneak is not as good as ninjutsu. I would say that Sneak is balanced ninjutsu, and certain abilities like Satoru's do not work with Sneak because you cast them. But I want to play all the ninjas. Well, all the Esper ninjas. Most of them are in black or blue. I want to play with all the ninjas, and this is how I'm going to do it. Alright, Cyber Siphoner can grab something back. It's a ninja, has flash. Splinter, I'm gonna make you unblockable. Spyglass Siren. And chill. There are cards that punish Sneak. I think the card that punishes Sneak the best is Terrible Twos. It's the Secret of the Ooze villains. Oh, look at all the babies! It says if you cast a spell for less than its mana value, it hurts the person casting it. Yeah, ninjutsu being not a cast means that it's very hard to interact with. Now, I'm still not sure what board wipe I want to run in this deck. I want there to be one. And I went with Supreme Verdict because I feel like the can't be countered versus the, like doing an exiling one. Let's grab Fatal Push Swords. I will push. I will sword. I will swing. I will bounce. They have 2 mana up. Not sure if they have plans with those 2 mana. Make Splinter bigger. Just waiting to see if you have like a bounce or rift. Okay, it is baby rift. That's so fine. Only costs 3. Oh no, I don't get double bounce. I don't need double bounce. I could also put Siphoner back in my hand to recur things. You have so much mana. Ooh. Hold up. I want to juggle. Bouncer. Or spell recursion. I think spell recursion. Because I've got such good cheap removal spells in the graveyard. Little Leo, very good for getting unblockable. Here comes Loot. Loot sees artifacts, enchantments, and creatures. Iba Siphoner, just doing this now. Gonna grab the cheap interaction. Swords and push. We push it, we swords it, we swing it, we win it. Well, maybe next turn, but we'll win it. Katara, Waterbending Master, is going to be doing a lot of countering of my spells, getting experience, and generally being a bit of a menace. I don't like playing against Katara because it's, well, very spelly. You know, this deck actually wasn't as instant speed, and I added more instant speed stuff just because I was matching into, well, things like this. So now I have Spell Pierces, now I've got more, and I'm going to start with some, I think... Am I feeling blue-white or blue-black on this? I think blue-white, since I have that Get Lost. Play the Slitherblade, so now I have something that I can use for ninjutsuing. And ninjutsuing can be countered by stifle effects, but that's still harder. Sneaks, however, harder to get through. Kill my Slitherblade. Alright, I'm okay with that. I will replay my Slitherblade. Can Turtle Air be used for ninjutsu? No, it can't. It can be used to cast, though, so it can be used for sneak. This feels like it could have been a rare, yeah. Very, very good for what it's doing. Hi, Katara. I'd like it if you died, Katara. I need to stop her from, like, ever getting experience if I can. Because she generates so much card advantage, and it's, like, she snowballs out of control. She finds so many ways to protect herself. I'm gonna try to Spell Pierce the shore up. Now, they could have a free spell. Pact wouldn't work here. Force the negation would, though. Oh, no, because it's their turn. Can't force it. By the way, this is just me trying to get them to use all their stuff here. So they redirected my kill spell. Dang, and now I can't use Dokuchi on you. Pretend that that sounds better. Yeah, now I can't use Dokuchi on you. Do I set up for curiosity? Nah, I roll these bones. Nice. Make it harder for Katara to attack. Yeah, Dokuchi Silencer. That's the name of the card. Really fun to say. Gonna use up that map in order to kill Katara in a way that I think will be tougher for them to deal with. See if they have a stifle. They did. Then I'm just gonna like straight up play the Gucci Silencer. I would dare silence the Gucci. Okay, do I go for the counter? Yeah, let's go for it. It's either a land or a counter. What's it gonna be? Nashi! Oh, rat baby for my rat daddy. Now, if they have another shore up effect, this will be a very bad block. But you know what? I'm rolling them bones. Hold up. They have mana leak that they dropped. Okay. Hello. Okay. Splinter. Nashi. Or a Gucci Silencer. Maybe we'll, have Rat Dad and Rat Son. Cameo, I'm kicking you out. Genki can marry Splinter now. Tweet, tweet. Mystic Sanctuary, recurring. Maybe Cryptic Command? I think Cryptic Command because you can actually, like, infinitely loop that with Sanctuary if you get enough mana. Gonna make Gucci Silencer unblockable. Swing in. It hits. I feel like double discarding here. Not really. I'm not that worried about the Spectral Sailor. And I'll just play Nashi. Behold! A rat. Nice. Dream Beavers. You want to tap all my creatures? How do you feel about Dream Beavers? Okay, they're tapping and drawing. But that brings them down to 1 mana. So even though this has flash, I'm playing it right now. Yeah, that sounds helpful against them. Yeah, we got Dream Beavers and Gucci's. Yeah, apparently the Dream Beavers are 4 beavers. Each with very, very, like, intimidating names, except for the 4th one, which is a weird pink beaver named Dave. That sounds right. Swinging. Classic Dave. They're trading with my Dream Beavers. I'm drawing a card. I'm gonna draw a lot of cards. Yeah, watch YouTube, like, demonetize this video for my horrible words. Okay, so we get double triggers off Nashi. We get some Enduring Curiosity triggers. And of frickin' course, I got a counter spell and then a bunch of lands. I will take an island. And I will pass the turn. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Alright, they have 7 mana. And you know what that means! They're gonna try to bounce everything back into my hand. A nifty rifty. Or maybe they're gonna play a big flash creature. Okay, or a small flash creature. I want this unblockable. Because this gets me the most damage. Go, ninja. Go, ninja. Go. They didn't have a rift. Out here, Katara. Oh, it's so not fun playing against you. Marauder, Neuron Hacker, will be cheating out artifacts. I have kind of a slow start against them. It's like I have Lita into potentially Nashi, and I could maybe get lucky on Nashi and like steal a Paradox Engine, but it's so tough to play against Marauder since she's able to just accelerate in the game so fast. Cards like Memory Lapse can be too slow. Because she comes out on turn 1, she immediately can start cheating out bigger artifacts, like, and they've taken turns. So tough to play against. I'm just going to Misty Rainforest and Surveil. Another kill spell. I'll just keep the Fateful Absence. Because I do need to, like, play ninja stuff. They're considering... Yeah, I'm considering playing the Talisman of Dominance. I want to be able to double spell. Oh, who is this? This is Lady Octopus. That's the Spider-Man character. I'm so used to Marauder. But she's Lady Octopus. Ah, yes, you're very much a Paradox Engine deck. Ugh. Paradox and Tome. Surveillance Cam. To untap her to cheat out another artifact. Put it on top of their deck. Whatever. The Brainstorm can move it around. I don't want them bringing out anything else here. Marauder, you upset me. They replay Marauder. I guess I'd use Kaito and try to stun her. Yeah, it should be harder to cast free stuff. Not a land, not their commander. Okay. I will... Marsh Flat, Satoru. They could have gotten, Force Spike out of Tome. And if they Force Spike Splinter, that's totally fine. Oh, nope, here's the Surveillance Cam. Tapping Satoru. Sure, man. Yep. Free spells on a 1-mana creature is a mistake. Yes. Since they win through combo, I'm actually going to maximize my fixing. And just, like, shock. Okay, did you get Force Spike? Nope, wash away. I don't know what the oops is for. I'm sorry. You don't, oops, I didn't make a mistake. I literally said, like, if they had Force Spike off this, that's fine. Yeah, free spells on a 1-mana creature. Like, if this cost 3 mana and then started building up, it'd be like, oh, actually, that's kind of cool. It would be a lot like there's a Saheeli card that's, no, Joyra. It's a Joyra, who does something similar. Are you gonna bolt? Did you get a free bolt from Tome? I know you got a Dark Ritual. Ominous Lockbox! You want to copy one of my creatures? Bonk. Are you on 2? No, not on 2. I will use card draw. No, I don't need to. Wait, why didn't that one go? Whatever. I clicked and dragged it, but it didn't register. That's on me. I shouldn't have pressed OK. Oh no, Satoru can't scream. Hey. Actually got Moon Snare Specialist in this thing. Ooh, this is great. All right, 1 second. I don't have enough for Splinter too, but we go in, we go ninja, go ninja, go. Which card? These cards. I can go for card advantage, or I can go for buffing and just, like, try to kill them. I'm gonna go for try to kill them. Would have done it pre-combat, but I was being indecisive. Oh, my legitimate business rat! Who has never been a Moonsmare specialist before in her life. Right, chat? Never ever? I don't care if you're fogging. Return, my pretty princess! Bank! You got a 4th land. You got more free spells. You got another fog. Swords, what's the vibe?
I've trained with the best.
That is not very fog champ of you. Juggling for card advantage. Yeah, you get a death touch and a lifelink counter. I love juggling for card advantage. I'm ninjuggling. I am. It's a circus of value. I will play Dokuchi Silencer. They're sacrificing their lockbox. What number were you on? I know it wasn't 2. That's the only thing I know it wasn't. They ponder. Yeah, you better not have gotten another fog. The triple ninja emblem is pretty funny. If anybody can make a counter of how many times I say Dokuchi Silencer in this video, let me know. This is the first other Splinter I've run into. Nice. I have unblockables. I have a Thoughtseize. I have a feeling that I want to actually start this game since I don't have a turn 2 ninjutsu with the Thoughtseize into these 2 on the 2nd turn, if I can. Ooh, shocking. Hi, Splinter. Hey, that's what I was gonna do to you. Is this gonna be perfectly symmetrical gameplay? I don't think it makes sense to take Operative, Herald. I think that, yeah, that's the right move. Is you throw that back. Thoughtseize the Thoughtseize. But now they know the cards I have, which is very important for like this kind of tempo game. Because now I don't know what they have. They know what I got. Nice! Dark Leo and Shredder. That's such a good card to double the abilities of. It also does have Death Touch. The opponent didn't know about my most powerful card, my Dream Beavers. I love my Dream Beavers. Kind of sad they didn't play Splinter first, but they're probably holding up some sort of instant speed interaction then. Ninja! Dark Leo and Shredder is such a goofy name for a card. Like, I get what's happening here. It's like, yeah, Leo is working for Shredder. But he's the Dark Leo and Shredder. Okay, which of these do I most want to put back in hand? I think Dream Beavers, because it has the enter the battlefield. Oh my god, I forgot to play the land first. Amy, you got so caught up in doing crime, you forgot you had to play things to do crime. What do I think about playing Dark Leo and Shredder instead of Splinter? I think that blue has some of the best ninjas, and it has some of the only ninja synergy. Which, unfortunately, means that, like, if you just play black-white ninjas, it's mostly a mono-black deck at that point. Yeah, doesn't have blue. Oh, Unbreakable Formation. Leonardo will trigger. I'm sorry, I goofed up my previous turn trying to do crime. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and now you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't have blue. Yeah, it doesn't have blue! Okay, yeah, time for crime. Whee! I hope I get something fun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, whatever you're doing, I would say that, like, Yuriko is the unfair and unfun commander for ninjas. However, it does capture most of the ninjas. Splinter, less powerful, feels more fair, lets you play a wider group of ninjas. Yeah, and it's like, Yuriko just... It's Commander Death Touch. Or a Commander Ninjutsu. Commander Ninjutsu is so stupid. I really wish it didn't exist. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have enough mana here to Splinter and then make unblockable. So I'm going to land, Splinter. Next turn, by the way, they can give all of their creatures Death Touch, which means Dark Leo and Shredder is probably going to do a lot of work. I'll swing for one. Commander Sneak is actually totally fair because it gets taxed. So there's a bunch of different legendary turtles from the set that have Sneak. Every time you cast them, which includes sneaking, you have to pay 2 more if they're your commander. You attack in with this, like, I'm gonna try to trade. Because this will double up the trigger. Do I also want to trade with the ninja token? 4, 5. I will lose half my life if I don't. Yeah, them doing the Unbreakable Formation was a good move. I wonder if I want to put in any of the make my stuff indestructible. By the way, not a ninja. I mentioned before, this is not a ninja when it's attacking in. I can risk that, and then I don't have good blockers. It would be fun. Yeah. Yeah, Yuriko in the 99 is still strong, but nowhere near as disgusting as if she's your commander. Because it always costs 2 mana. Oh, they defabricated the ninjutsu. That's rough, buddy. All right, I think Dark Leo and Shredder's going to get to hit this turn. I don't have a high power blocker. They could also just make it unblockable. And I will lose half my life. Yeah, I was really hoping that, like, Yuriko would find me something useful. And maybe deal some damage to them. Yeah, they could have reworked Yuriko. Like, we have digital-only changes to designs, and, like, I get it, she's iconic, but just do it anyway. When there's a card that does too much, you should change it. And it's silly to not do that. If you have, like, I think, hey, bye, change it so he doesn't put the shrines into play. He just puts them into hand. You got this. Make it so you have to pay 2 more each time you ninjutsu. You can change what the commander ninjutsu does. They dropped Spell Pierce and Outcast. I got a land, not too exciting. And we are in danger. Actually, I'm just, like, dead, I think. Yeah, 04s aren't good at dodging 1 power things with Death Touch. Okay. Yeah, we just die. Good game. I'm happy to get to play against another ninja deck, though, because it means that I get to see, like, I don't know, somebody else's take on the deck. So far, by the way, very similar to mine. Some slightly different spells on the instance, but you know we're all running the same cool ninjas. Vivi, the spell-slinging wizard who gets huge, deals damage, and makes a ton of mana. I have a kill spell. I have a wee baby orphan. I guess I will keep this. Hi, Lita. It'd be better if I had one of the, like, I don't know, 1-drop unblockable ones just to get Kaito out more easily, but this is still fine. Lita into Splinter also gets me double triggers of, like, oh, it gets a counter and a scry. Counter and scry is good. Lita, the little albino orphan girl who got turned into a ninja turtle. Why are you holding priority? What do you have? You got a subtlety? You're not being subtle about it if you do. I'm gonna throw a baby orphan out into the battlefield to do my fighting for me. Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, don't stifle my land. What are you doing? I actually don't know what they're doing. I want the Triumph because I want to make sure I have white mana. You think making Lita a card feels wrong? I don't know that much about Lita. Like, I know that she is a little orphan girl. She's albino and she got turned into a turt. Hello. It's Lita time. Just like Jenica also got turned into a turtle. Spell snared. No! She never got to exist. A fleeting thought. Her future self trained her younger self? Orb. Ponder orb. You got merfolk? Or is this just two spells to chain together? I guess it's just 2 spells to chain together. 1 Nashi, please. Good old comic books. Nashi is a ninja. On hit, he sometimes gets you card advantage and sometimes gets bigger. He's also 2/2 with menace, so like you can ninjutsu with him. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Yeah, Vivi. When are you gonna enter the battlefield and go infinite? This Vivi, by the way, because it can tap multiple times per turn, it's been modified for alchemy, which affects Brawl, can get very nasty. So many rat ninjas? Yeah, you can blame Kamigawa for that. I feel like a planeswalker would be the hardest thing to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I don't really want Nashi's on hit, but I do want Saboteurs on hit. So I'm going to put Nashi back into my hand to ninjutsu at Swarm Saboteur. Let it deal damage. That's going to put a Virus Beetle into my hand. Before we exit combat, I'm going to put the Swarm Saboteur back into my hand and play Kaito.
I learned something in Don't worry, Pom-Pom-chan. I've got this.
And then I can draw a card. I can buff my ninjas permanently. I'll go for the Surveil. Somebody in chat said that doesn't work. Shows what you know. I'm good at Magic the Gathering. That is something that got fixed with Sneak. You cannot sneak after damage is dealt. But you can still ninjutsu. Planeswalkers with ninjutsu. Yeah, this Kaito's design is incredibly frustrating at times. Yeah, the stages are wild. Alright, so I would actually like a land here so I don't have to use the Witch Enchanter for it. No, well, actually, nah. Nah. Give me something else. Okay, I mean, yes, it's technically a land. Fine. Swarm Saboteur. By the way, Kaito does not have triggered abilities for Splinter. It's just like a good ninja support card. Are you waiting to counter Splinter? Cool. Do Kaito emblems stack? Sure do! They said, oops. I wonder if they meant to cast something with their 3 mana last turn. Well, doesn't matter. Ninjas are happening. Yes, we are both ninja commanders, Yuriko. But one of us is fair. I'm playing fair ninjas with Splinter. You're playing Yuriko, who always costs 2 mana. It's very silly. Yuriko is a very obnoxious commander to play against. Does tend to have a lot of ways to just kind of dome you for a ton of damage. And it's all about just like hit with Yuriko. Sometimes you brainstorm or surveil to make sure you have like a 8 to 13 mana value card on top of your deck. So your opponent loses half their life from a 2 mana creature. Don't you push my fish. I just want to play this. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Dokuchi Silencer. It's Dokuchi. If I wanted to like get more evasion, I would play the Super Shredder. The reason I'm going for this is I have a way to remove a blocker, and I want to make sure this is dead. It's gonna get to hit me here if they have a way to hit me. Yeah, hello, zero cost fire that can be replayed every turn, so Yuriko happens. Doesn't even cost them a card. Okay, Snarling Gorehound. Mm-hmm. Before they can declare attackers, let me try to kill this Ornithopter. Force of Negation! Hey, at least it means Yuriko's not coming out. Emporium Thopterist could be fun in this deck. Like it works. Going for Moonsnare Specialist here will slow them down, and slowing them down is what I need. So I am going to Sorcery Speed. This is so boring. Bounce the Ornithopter back into their hand. Oh, what was changed about Dokuchi Silencer? It originally is you had to discard a creature card. Okay, Bitter Blossom. Ornithopter. I should have played Super Shredder first. Hi, Nick. Alright. I'm gonna make you discard, because I'm a real ninja deck. You wouldn't be caught dead playing a 5-cost common rat ninja. You coming out, Yuriko? I'm sure you are. Would you mind making some cappuccinos, actually? Thank you, Nick. He's the best. Nick really is just the best guy. I love you, Nick. Oh, now they're gonna silence Dokuchi? Common Nick dubs. Okay, they dropped Splinter. I'm actually kind of surprised to see him there. Do we have an espresso machine? We do have an espresso machine. I'm going to play Splinter, Radical Rat, and Super Shredder. What brand is it? Oh, I should know this. Nick's parents actually got it for us. Wonder if it's still in my, like, search history. Because I remember I had looked it up. I think it's a Breville. Yeah, it's Breville. Since they ninjutsu'd, Super Shredder's gonna grow. Yeah, Nick works as like a breeze. He works at a cafe. Yeah, we've had it for 8 years now. It works. It works well. Oh, nice. I didn't lose any life because they had a bloodstained mire. Cyber Siphoner able to bring back nothing right now. I am going to play Splinter. Just play him straight up. Splinter sees Splinter. Just kind of like flex at each other a little bit. I just want to get damage in. And I have a surprise tool that will help us later. Okay. I'll go for this. Means I'll have slightly less good blockers, but that's fine. I want to get rid of some of these fairies. And make Super Shredder super shredded. Nice. Bitter Blossom got you on a clock. Splinter can make Super Shredder unblockable next turn. If they have Chief Removal, RIP my Super Shredder. If they don't, though, Splinter's just gonna sit there. They could reveal something really big off Yuriko, though. They don't. They don't have it. Cool. 3 color ninjas. Zakama, Primal Calamity, and me with no triggering ninjas, though a little bit of control to slow my opponent down. Considering that there's a Zakama deck, I actually am okay with keeping this, even though like a more fast, aggressive start would also work pretty well. I will use the Bloodstained Mire to get the blue-black land and Thoughtseize because I love paying life. Love it, love it, love it. If they're going to kill me, it's going to be kind of all at once because Zakama is usually a Naya control deck that's actually running some combos. Yeah, so let's see. We have Ramp, Hobbit, Doomscar. I think I'm going to hit the Rampant Growth. I do have some counter spells, but not that many. You can notice there's one in the hand. I actually started this deck with very, very few, and I had to adjust it because I kept running into decks that are a lot more, a lot meaner than mine. They were matching this deck as if Yuriko was the commander, and it's like, dog, Yuriko is not the commander. Yes, we do have food chain combos in Arena, in case you wanted to untap all your lands and replay your commander. There's also an infinite combo with Zakama in, is it Monk Gyatso? I think that's the one. It's like infinite mana, infinite creature removal, infinite life gain. Get him, Yuffie. Slash Yuriko. Oh, a land. I can hold the Spell Pierce, or I could replay the Operative. Yeah, we know they have Doomscar. But it would kill their Hobbit as well. And I feel like it would be worth it. Kill your own Hobbit. It would tap them out completely. That's the only benefit. Okay, they're actually attacking with their hobbit first. Huh. Throw out Splinter. Maybe they have single target removal they'd rather use. Yeah, I don't know what one card is. Want those double triggers. Thank you, Splinter. Nice. Shark Shredder and Nashi. Drop this plains. You think the hobbits just crave violence? Do they ever? Here's Doomscar. I can't stop it. Birds. Yeah, do you have a white legend? No, okay. Play the things they know about versus the things they don't. This is actually cheaper to not sneak it. And I got more sneakers right here. Ingenious Infiltrator. I could also go for the Spyglass Siren here. This has such a nice enter to the battlefield to buff some of your ninjas. Elspeth conquers death. Goodbye, Shark Shredder. Just get my card draw in. Hi. You are a little guy. One of the littlest. Futurist Operative, notably, is not actually a creature that's a ninja when it's attacking, unless you pay 3 and untap it. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna get taxed out of that. Should have played the Siren. Ninja. Works for me. I want to get my silly double triggers. Nashi's triggers, by the way, very little synergy in the deck. He's just kind of funny. He grows over time. Sometimes he'll find you cards. Like Iganjo! Iganjo's legendary. He found me Iganjo. Okay, Infiltrator, that's too many. That's too many cards, sweetie. And I have to discard too. I'll discard... Bird. Oh, Nashi could be so cute. I don't think I need more card draw. But I will keep these lands. The Hobbit returns. Let's see if they get a land. If they do, Zakama can come out. There's a land. It will untap these, and they'll have just 2 activations because of birds. If they would like to, they can kill Super Shredder before he gets any bigger. And then they could kill Nashi or Infiltrator. Oh, no, they can't because they don't have enough red. They could gain life. Here, gain some life. And they're leaving. They don't even know about the Nashi. Oh, they're Nashi. Raph and Mikey, troublemakers. I actually ran into one of these yesterday when I was testing the deck. I hit them with a Fallen Shinobi, and I stole an Emrakul. So I'm going to try to live that dream again. Even though I don't really have, like, the cheap evasive creatures, I'm going to get there. Because Raph and Mikey is chock full of big, scary creatures. They attack in, and they sneak attack the next creature they have in play. And they just bring it out, and it's out forever. This is gonna be ramp and big scary stuff. Any little guys? It's more mana. Yes, steal everything. That's the goal of this and every one of my streams. Mist Syndicate Naga. Snake on fire. Snake on fire. Oh, they're ramping. Cavern of Souls, naming mutant. What, not ninja? Not turtle? Oh, Nick, thank you! You're the best. Thank you so much for the cappuccino. I get myself some ninjutsu with. Alright, they don't have lands. Currency converter. This is an exploration, but their hand is not chock full of lands. Oh, girl, let's go! The ramp deck without the ramp... Oh, one second. They had to do this before blockers, but yep. Go ninja, go ninja, go. More like no ninja, no ninja, no. Aww. Expiration in play. 5 lands, 2 lands. Oh, they sliced my rat. So they don't seem so ramp focused as they are removal focused. They know they have to stay alive long enough to get this to go. I'm just gonna play Fallen Shinobi. Stream postponed. Wasn't expecting Flame Slash on top of all of these. Futurist Operative. Splinter again. I'll make you discard 4 cards if I have to. We're going in. They're living that 2-land dream. I wanted to steal from them, though. I wanted to so bad. Pyrokinesis this time! Good lord, the number of burn spells. A 3rd land! Do you have ramp? Cultivate. They can play another one, so get to 5 this turn. Sup? Settle and incubate. Toru, Bitter Triumph. Sitting on that Cultivate since turn 1? Almost certainly. Alright, Raph and Mikey, what do you got? I did not leave up the removal because I forgot about Castle Garenbrick. Okay, Care of Mount Fellis. Wait a minute. You're literally not running any other creatures. You're not running other creatures.
Take a break, will ya?
It's like a cheesy OTK deck? I guess? Maybe they have one other creature in the deck somewhere. Splinter doesn't double the Kaito Planeswalker abilities? No, he doesn't.
Just try to keep up.
I don't have anything cool to double here. I also do this, though. After combat. Oh, we're out of combat. I meant to ninjutsu that again before that happened. We bring you out again. We continue to lock you down.
Ha! I love a dramatic entrance. You're not going anywhere.
A shame you already have your shock. All right, what do you got on your glimpse? Is it just gonna be ramp and removal? Maybe they'll get us. Who knows? Maybe they'll get bolt. Anything that deals 2 damage to my face would work, right? None of those deal 2 damage to my face. I've matched into a couple of Johnnies today. I have cheeky removal. I have funny buffs. But it's going to be hard to get anything that can be blocked through because once a Johnny's brother dies, he starts killing me. My ninjas are relatively fragile. I guess I'll still keep this, though. Instead of, like, mulling again into, like, looking for kill spells, cheap kill spells. Out of here, a Jonathan. A Johnny is one of those cards that, like, ban this as commander. I'm not saying there's, like, not ways to deal with it. It's just so annoying. Good. Guide of Souls. I don't think I need to be killing the Guide of Souls. So I'm sneaking this in. I guess it would have been 1 more damage if I just cast that. But it wouldn't have been as ninja-y. Just ban Modern Horizons. Here comes a Johnny. Here comes his brother. Yeah, welcome to Modern Horizons 3, the deck. The deck, the movie. Dakuchi. Alright, we bring out Dakuchi Silencer. I will drop the fetch land to kill a Johnny. Not his brother, because that causes him to flip. Is this a Toidle deck? There's a bunch of Toidles in it. But this guy's a mutant ninja rat. This is their dad. This is Splinter. One more mana, they can replay a Johnny. Hey, I'm happy this has shown up so much today. Every time Dokuchi Silencer shows up for me to play, that's one more time I get to say its name. Are you going to make an incredible flying guide of souls? Yes, they are. All right, I will block the weak reach there. Do I feel like... Yeah. I'm gonna go for Splinter to set up for like a double. Just getting some damage. Yeah, I have a bunch of new like Turtles cards in this deck. I want to say like a dozen. I put in a lot of new ninjas. That's part of why I'm running it as a historic Brawl deck, is I want the old ninjas and I want the new ninjas. Oh no. No, not the G-Day! I get He-Day by the G-Day. I don't like it. They can kill Dokuchi Silencer before it hits. Mm-hmm. Pain. Ooh, crime. Yeah, I just gotta believe in the heart of the cards. Let's steal. Top 4 cards, I get to cast and play any of them. Thank you. Fury. I'm gonna need you to kill this guy. Oh. They didn't like that I stole their cards. I don't like that you're playing a Johnny. Imscure, Iron Eater. I played against the same Imscure yesterday. I have unblockability. I have, nothing really to ninjutsu at. This is fine now. I'll make this work. Put this on blue, even though I can, like, play this to this. This can only be used to cast ninjas, so this. Ooh, Vault Scourge, Ornithopter. I should probably say what their commander does. Imscure Iron Eater gets a discount for each artifact they have in play. You're going to notice that on turn 1, they played 3 artifacts. 1 land, 1 creature, and another creature. So they'll get this nice and low, and then they'll use it to draw cards. And with the cards that they draw off of it, they'll be able to use their artifacts to throw them at their opponents. Which is me. I'm the opponent. I guess I'm just holding up Memory Lapse / Bitter Triumph here. Seems fine to me. A Mox Opal. Yeah, they just spit out so many artifacts. And then you play the things that have affinity. Because the affinity cards with Imscure are even better. I don't think they can play them again this turn. But next turn. You've never played against Imscure before? Oh, Imscure's great. Very cool card. Oh, Bombardiers. Why'd you play post-combat? Huh. I think I need to kill this. I'm scared. I'm scared! It's a scary card. It shouldn't be in Brawl. Oh, Amy, always whining about cards in Brawl. Yuriko shouldn't be here. Johnny shouldn't be here. Bombardiers shouldn't be here. Well, maybe they shouldn't. They threw their toy monkey at my thousand-face shadow. But they wouldn't dare throw anything at my beaver, right? I can bring back thousand-face shadow, but I think I'm gonna save that for next turn. Splinter? Dream Beavers? Ooh, Mox Amber, I'll take it. Because what if I can take their Bombardier back? Using Shark Shredder. By the way, there is like an old school ninja that does something similar, but its stats aren't as good. Uh-oh, Cranial Ram. Cranial Ram, for 2 mana, they'll be able to equip it and just, like, make these into turbo beaters. Yep. I will trade my beaver for your Vault Scourge. Mirror Enforcer. So next turn, they throw this at me, and it, like, pretty much just kills me on the spot. It's fine. Slit the blade. Go. Sneak it in. So, tragically, at least tragically to me, this does not count as declaring Bombardiers as an attacker. Maybe I should have gone with this so I'd have blockers. I would be dead anyway. Didn't even need to cheat anything in. GGM Scare. Oh yeah. Minartok, Polar Werebear, has hexproof till she does damage, makes food. Oh, I wonder if she uses some of the new foods in her deck, and then can sacrifice food for mana and fish. That's right, they're going fishing. And I'm gonna go fishing for card draw. I have a turn 1 Unblock-a-Boy. I have a turn 2 Ninja Synergy. Seems good to me. They'll probably have a good smattering of counter spells on top of, you know, some green ramp. They do have a 4-mana commander. Brainstorm. They're moving cards around. Pick up my snake. Emerald Collector. Nice. If it hits me, they will get card draw. Do I want card draw or do I want to set up a blocker? Well, they'll have 3 mana to turn into a 4/4, so I'm just gonna go for Infiltrator. Boop. Sink into Stupor lets me hit the stack. I don't have double blue for it right now. Don't have double blue for my cute kitty cat either. Volatile Stormdrake, are you going to steal my ninja? Aww. I might be able to put it back into my hand in the future, but that stinks. What else you got? Sidebinder, Image, Malcolm, Spell Snare. Hey, wait a minute. I feel like you're supposed to have, you know, like, food. Where's your food? Yeah, where's your food? Do I think I'd want to offer that as a trade while they're still holding up the 1 mana, or just let them draw? With the cards I have in hand, now I want to have this. The food is on the lands. I guess they have pizza lands. Yeah, this is just like Simic tempo cards. That's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on in here. Okay, I want to swap things around. Should have played that first for more damage. Have a Slither Blade. You're a rogue! They're a rogue. Look at that. Yeah, they're gonna go restock the fridge. Hopefully they don't have a bounce spell here. I didn't see one in their hand, but you know they could have gotten one. Okay, do I just want to try to draw cards off curiosity? Yes, especially with them having Spell Snare. Like, my 2-cost spells are not safe. They could, by the way, turn this into more blue to bring out Tidebinder. Yeah, as long as they're casting blue creature spells, that works. Hi, Malcolm. Malcolm versus Meowcom. Go to 10. Get another real big fish. Enduring Curiosity works so nicely with like the various unblockable creatures, and also just like ninjas in general. Also just a good card. Oh, hey, Hydroponics Expert. Oh, you Minartalk, where's your food? When are you gonna eat it? Nope. Tide's being bound. Okay, got some removal spells here. Here's Splinter. Oh, I should have manually tapped for this. That's fine. Stern Scolding. Yeah, you dang kids. They like their cheap counter spells. I think Bloomburrow has the nicest food token. Yeah, this is an Eldraine food token. Oh no, it's AFR. Telling Oya Minartalk to get lost. They tapped out of blue. This is both a rogue and a ninja. They're filtering. How much damage do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We wait. Oh, okay. They're drawing and then discarding. They're digging for something. They could have just played the goose. It's a lot of 1-mana counter spells. Yeah, we didn't even see the Spell Pierce. Giant! She is a giant bear. Wanchi Tong. I mean, that's a good blue spell for the food mana. Ooh, Karai. Ooh, with Infiltrator? Okay. This does not discount sneak costs. It is not backwards compatible. Somebody is asking, how am I playing blue? There's a blue activated ability on Splinter. I will grab the Infiltrator. When they go to bind the tide, I will Tails End the Tide Binder trigger. Boom Lake Verge, and you know what? Let's push Malcolm. Like a regular old playground bully. I do tempo, you do tempo. But I was really hoping you'd have more food. Food. Oh, she's exploring. The song ended, but like, they're still going. I'm ready for spacebar, though. I'm gonna mash it. Spacebar, 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 spacebar. Perfect. Goodbye, you big bear. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you, Splinter, for doubling up the abilities of my ninjas. I think that the way that the ninjas play together is really fun. Some of them are definitely like cuttable or replaceable because there are other similar things that you can use, but I really like this balance of ninjas, non-ninjas, enablers for the ninjas, and of course, the removal to keep us alive. I feel like that's the thing I had to change about this deck. I started with many more ninjas and cut them down to add in more spells, because the spells, well, they help the ninjas live long enough to get to do what they do. I'm also really happy we ran into another ninja deck with the same commander, so I got to, you know, see what they were doing and make 0 changes based on it because I like my deck the way that it is. If you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video, and if you'd like to suggest a commander, especially one that's from TMNT or maybe uses cards from TMNT, please let me know. I do plan on upgrading my Genova deck with some fresh hot new mutants. I do plan on maybe building a food chain deck. I don't know. I'm not really into food chain combo, but I would do it for you. And I've had some people also request Camellia and Igra for new food synergies. So those might be something that's happening too. Just please let me know what you'd like to see and I'll try my best to do it. I'm going to be traveling for a few days next week. I'll be gone for like 5 days straight. So unfortunately, there might be a gap in videos. I'll try my best to spread these out through like when I'm gone. But if they don't get made, then unfortunately there won't be videos for a couple days. I'm sorry about that in advance if it happens, but I'll do my best to make videos now while I have time, while I'm not in airports. I hate being in airports. Thank you all so much for watching and have a brawlful day.